Hello kids, I hope you have done the homework from the last exercise which we have done in the last class. And now let's move further in this chapter with the same example. So it is combining button presses is also addition. So what it says is Gurmeet was in the toy store. So that means Gurmeet was here in the toy store. And now he wanted to go down 2 floors. So where he wanted to go? 2 floors down. That means he wanted to go here in the cinema. Now, but by mistake, he pressed the plus button. So kids, if he wanted to go down, he should have pressed the minus button. But he did a mistake and he pressed the plus button 2 times. So if he is here in the toy store and he has pressed this button twice, so that means after toy store, he has moved where? Once in the welcome, and once welcome is done, then in the food court. So that means he has reached here in the food court now after pressing +2. He realized his mistake and he quickly pressed the minus button 3 times. So, so now what he has done, he has reached here now. Now Gurmeet is here and he realizes his mistake. So when he realizes his mistake, he pressed the minus button 3 times. So that means once here, second here and third time here. That means he has reached to the video game. Here I am writing -3. He has reached to the video game section. How many floor below or above the toy store will Gurmeet reach? So we can see here that Gurmeet has reached 1 floor below the toy store. Okay, so Gurmeet will go 1 floor down. That's correct. Gurmeet has reached to 1 floor below the toy store. He has reached to the video game store here. We can show the movement resulting from combining the button presses as an expression. Now what it is saying is that we can show this movement like this. First he pressed +2, okay, so he reached up and then he realizes his mistake, so he again pressed -3. So -3 he did and he reached to -1 because he is here, which is -1 floor. -1 to the toy store, not to the ground floor but to the toy store. Okay, so this is how it is done. So now we have a figure it out and it says evaluate the expressions by thinking of them as the resulting movement of combining button presses. So same thing we have to do using these expressions. Let's see. So let us pick any two. I'll pick A and I'll pick D here. Let's start with A. It says +1 and then add to it +4. So here kids, if we see, I am currently at +1. This is 0. Let me mark. This is first floor, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. And all of these, they are up, they are in positive plus. 0 is not having any sign here. So let me erase this. This is 0th floor. Similarly, -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5. Okay, I have marked all the numbers here. Now currently I am at +1. That means this is my position. And from here I am moving +4 more. That means I am moving upwards. How many steps? 4. How many steps? 4 steps. So 4 floors. First floor. So from here I am going to first floor 1 time, second time, third time and fourth time. So that means now I have reached to the sports section, which is at 5th floor. So to +1 I have added +4 and we will reach to the 5th floor, that is +5. Also I am writing the sports floor here. Sports floor. Next I am taking the last one. It says that let me erase this. It says that currently I am at -1. It is starting from -1. So that means I am at this position. Okay. To this, I am adding +2. So that means to -1, I am adding +2. First jump here, second jump here. So -1, I have added 2 first, +2. After adding this, I have reached here. Okay, so after adding these two, I have reached to plus 1 floor, sorry. And now to this, we have to add the minus 3 also. So that means to this minus 1, I will have to add minus 3. Now my starting position is plus 1 and I have to add minus 3 to it. That means I am going down from here. How much? 3 steps. So plus 1 first time, second floor, third floor. So finally I have reached to minus 3 plus 1. 1 plus minus 3 give me minus 2. I have reached to this minus 2 floor. Okay, also if you will add these two numbers, you will get the expression as minus 2 here. So kids, this is nothing, this is just to show you that how we have to add the positive and negative integers together. Okay, using the example of the lift. So to plus 1, if I add minus 3, it will give you minus 2. I have reached to minus 2 floor here, and minus 2 floor is the video game section. This is the video game section. Okay, and rest two of these B and C part, I'm giving you this as the homework. Okay, now let's move further back to 0. So to do this, let me erase all these expressions from here, and now let's try to understand what is back to 0. It says, on the ground floor, Basant is in a great hurry, and by making the mistake, he presses plus 3. So there is a person called Basant. He is on the ground floor, that is the welcome hall. He is here, and in a hurry, he presses plus 3. So that means from here he goes to 1, 2, and 3. He reaches here in the book section now. He is here now. Now, what can he do to cancel it and stay on the ground floor? So, what it is saying is that if he wants to go to the ground floor again, what he should do? So, kids, if he is here, he wants to come down, he has to press minus, right? But how many times? One time, second time, and third time. So, that means he will press minus 3. When he went up, he pressed plus 3. When he has to come down, he is doing minus 3. So if you are adding and subtracting the same number, you will get 0. Okay, this is plus 3. If we add plus 3 to minus 3, we will get 0. So this means he is back again on the ground floor now. Also, these numbers plus 3, minus 3, plus 7, minus 7, 88, plus 88, minus 88, they are the inverse of each other. Okay, we call these numbers are inverse of each other. Inverse of positive is negative and inverse of negative is positive. Okay, now if Basant now presses plus 4, so the next example here is that now in the second scenario, what Basant is doing, he is pressing plus 4. That means after pressing plus 4, he will reach 1, 2, 3, and 4. He will reach to the ice cream point here and then presses minus 4. After reaching here, again he presses minus 4 here. Minus means down. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Minus 4. He is reaching here now. So where he will reach? He will reach to the ground floor, that is welcome hall. He will reach back to the welcome hall, the 0th floor. Okay, and again plus 4, what we are doing here, we are adding the starting point, these to the another movement, and we will get the 0. Plus 4 minus, will add positive to the negative number with the same value, we will get the answer as 0. Okay, so these are the examples. Now here what we have to do is write the inverse of these numbers. So as I told you, that inverse of positive is a negative number with the same value. Inverse of negative is positive number with the same value. So if I say the inverse of plus 4, it will be minus 4. Inverse of minus 4 will be plus 4. Inverse of minus 3 will be plus 3. 0. 0 is not positive, not negative. Inverse of 0 is 0. Inverse of plus 2 will be minus 2. Inverse of minus 1 will be plus 1. So it is just the same number with the different sign. Okay, opposite sign. Now connect the inverses by drawing lines. So this is easy. Plus 5, we have minus 5, minus 8 plus 8, minus 7 plus 7 is already done. Minus 9 is plus 9. All these are the inverses. Now comparing numbers using floors. If we have to compare the numbers using the floors, let's see what is asked here. So who is on the lowest floor? We have to check who is on the lowest floor. For that, we should know the positions first. J is in art center. So he is on floor +2. Where is +2? Wait, let's see where is the art center. This is art center. J's position is here. Asin is in sports center. This is +1, +2, +3, +4, +5. Here, Asin is there in +5. Binu is in the cinema center. Okay, so I'm writing +5 here. Binu is in the cinema center. So he is on which floor? This was 0, -1, -2, -3. So this is -3. Who is here? Binu is here. Last is Aman is in the toy store. So he is in -1. So -1. Now, who is on the lowest floor? So if you see all these, the lowest, who is on the lowest floor? The lowest floor is -3, which is a cinema hall. And in the cinema hall, Binu is there. This is the answer of this question. Okay. So kids, this is how we have to do these questions. Now, let us move further. Here, floor +3 is lower than +4. We know this, that 4, as we move higher, we will get the more positive numbers. We'll go down, we'll get the more negative numbers. So, floor +3 is lower than +4, right? We can write +3 is less than 4. That's also correct. We can also write 4 is greater than 3. So, these two expressions are same, kids. We know that 4 + 4 is greater than +3, which is same in both the cases. Should we write -3 is less than -4? This is the question. Or -4 is less than -3. So kids, we have done this thing. I told you that on the number line, if I draw all these, okay, we'll have 0 here, -1, -2, -3, -4. The more the number is on the right, it will be greater. So my -3 will be greater than -4. Okay, so this expression is correct. Like I have drawn this horizontally, we can also draw it vertically. So vertical, this is the vertical representation of the number line. And how we can do this? Same way, like we have done in the case of lift, I can take 0 here. Upper numbers, as we go up, these are higher numbers. As we come down, these are the smaller numbers. And here also the rule is same. As we will move up here, as we will go more up here, the number which is on the higher side will have high values. The number which is on the lower side will have low value. So if I consider this example here, in the case of the vertical number line, we have -3 here and -4 here. And -3 is above -4. So -3 is greater. Okay. The higher the number in the number line, in the vertical number line, the greater the number will be. And similarly, if we make the horizontal number line, the more the number is on the right, the greater value the number will have there. Okay. Now figure it out. What we have is, so in this case, what we see, -3 is greater than -4. Okay. Now compare the following numbers using the building of fun and fill in the boxes. So I will use this chart here, kids. Okay. Because in the case of our building, we have the vertical number line. So now let us see. Compare the following number using the building of fun and fill the with the greater or less sign. So A part we have -2. -2 is here and +5. +5 will somewhere here. So in this number line, this is on the higher side. So it will always be greater. So +5 is greater than -2. Okay. Let me erase this part and it will be easy for you to understand these questions. Okay, so let me make it again a vertical. Let me fill this. Okay, we have 0 plus 1 here, we have +2 +3 +4 +5 +6 -1 -2 -3 -4 -5 -6 and so on. Okay, now here -5 and +4, we have -5 here and we have +4 here. We can see +4 is on the higher side than -5. So +4 is greater. -5 and -3. We have -5 here, -3 here. -3 is above -5. So -3 is greater. Next we have +6 or -6. +6 is here, -6 is here. This is much above than -6 on the number line. This is greater. Now we have 0 and -4. 0 is this one, the center point, and then we have -4 down. So that means 0 is above -4. So 0 is greater. Then we have 0 and +4. +4 is here, 0 is here. +4 is above than 0. So +4 is greater. Okay. So this is how we can do this. Notice that all the negative number floors are below 0. So all the negative numbers are less than 0. We know this, that all these numbers, they are less than 0. All the number above 0, they are greater than 0. Okay. Now imagine the building of fun with more floors and compare the numbers and fill in the boxes here. So imagine we have more number of floors. So the maximum given here is 25. So, and now we have to compare. Let's see, kids. Let me fill it this for you, but otherwise by now you should understand that the more negative the number, the lesser value it will have. The more positive the number, more value it will have, right? Always keep this thing in mind. This is still 12. Let's do it. So -10 or -12. -10 here, -12 here. So minus in negative, the greater the value, the greater the number, the less the value. So -12 is less. +17 -10. Kids, always remember, if we have one number of the plus sign, another number of the minus sign, plus will always be greater. Okay, one number, because it shows one number is above 0, another number is below 0. So plus is always greater than minus in the case of comparing two numbers with opposite signs. Now we have 0 and -20. So 0 is here and -20 is down. So that means 0 is up, 0 is greater than the negative number. +9 and -9. +9 somewhere here, -9 down. +9 is greater. So similarly, kids, you can also do these questions. I'm leaving these two for you as a homework. E part and F, you have to pick it yourself. They're very, very easy. Next we have, if floor A is -12. Okay, so this is A -12 given to us. Floor D is -1. Okay, this is D -1. And floor E is +1. E is +1 here in the building as shown in the line. Find the numbers of the floor B, C, F, G and H. So kids, we have already marked this. In B we have 9. C we have 6. F we have 2. G we have 6. And H we have 11. Right? So we have marked this on the number line. Now mark the following floors of building shown on the right. -7. So we have marked -7 here already. Minus floor also marked. +3 is marked and -10. This is also marked. So we have already marked all these points. Now subtraction, we have subtraction to find which button to press. Okay. So kids, again, in this case, we will use subtraction, but the formula is same. See, we know this formula that starting point plus movement needed will give me the target floor, right? This will give us the target floor. Now, if we have the target floor, I have the target floor here, and I take this starting point to this side. We know that the positive number will go to the right hand side of is equal to sign will make it negative. So the expression will become target floor minus the starting point will give me the movement. This is simple subtraction. If I know my starting point from where I am going, if I know my end point where I have reached, I can always subtract them to find out that how much I have moved. Okay, so this is simple mathematical expression, and now using this expression we will do the questions. Okay, so this is the expression given to us. This is what we have done earlier, and now this is what we have to do. We know the target floor, we know the starting floor, and we have to find out the movement needed. So kids, if you know this expression and if you know the values of 2, you can always find out the value of 3. If you know where you are starting, where is the starting floor and the movement needed, you can find out the target floor. Similarly, if you know the starting floor and the target floor, you can find out the movement needed. And also, if you know the target floor and the movement needed, you can always subtract them to find out the starting floor. This is simple mathematical expression. Okay, so few examples are given to us. If the target floor is -1, so here if I put -1 and then subtract from the starting floor, that is -2, then what button should you press? That means how much is the movement needed here. So we know that target floor is -2 and starting floor is starting floor is -2. So that means at -2 I am standing right now, and where I have to reach here is I have to reach to target floor -1. So -1 will always be greater than -2, it will above it. I have to reach here. So that means I have to take one step, but this one step will be plus or minus. It will be plus because I am moving up. Okay, so same thing. Next, if the target floor is -1, so now my target floor is -1 again, but the starting floor is +3. Okay, so that means I am somewhere here in the +3. I have to go to -1. Okay, and this is my starting floor and this is my target floor. How much buttons I have to press? So -3 to +1, we will have +3 to, if I have to come from positive to negative, that means I have to go down and I have to press negative. Now, how many negative? That we will see. So +3 to +2, +2 to +1, +1 to 0, 0 to -1. So that means I have to press -4 here. Okay, easy. So the last one is if the target floor is +2. So now my target floor is +2. I have to reach here, and my starting floor is -2. I am somewhere here. What button should you press? -2 is my starting floor. That means I have to start from here to reach +2. That means I have to go up. Go up means positive sign, plus I will have to press how much? Let's see. -2 to -1, -1 to 0, 0 to 1, 1 to 2. So I have to press 4 plus button 4 times here. Same thing is expressed over here. Okay, so kids, I'm going to pick only 2 questions from this. Why? Because this is very easy and similar question we have done just now. Okay, so I am picking 2 questions for you. I am picking first as +4 and -3, and then I'll pick -2 and this E and H. Let me start with E here. So E says +4 is my target floor and minus 3. Okay, this is my starting point. So what it is saying is I want to go to plus 4 and currently I am at minus 3. So how much I will have to move here? Minus 3 to plus 4 I have to go, that means up, and means I have to press plus because I am going up. But how much? Let's see. So minus 3 to minus 2, minus 2 to minus 1, minus 1 to 0, 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. So that means this is 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have to press plus button 7 times here, right? This is how we have to do. Otherwise also, kids, when you will move further in this chapter, we are going to learn the certain expressions in maths, the various operations, how we can use the operators. That is, what are operators? Mathematic operators. Simple mathematic operators are addition, subtraction, division and multiplication. Okay, how we have to use them with positive and negative numbers. So once you will learn that, you can easily find it out. Okay, but for now, using the example of the lift, we are doing this questions. Okay, so we know how we have to move here. This is easy. Next, let's move to H. We have minus 2 and then we have to reach to minus 2 only. So that means my target floor is minus 2 and my starting floor is also minus 2. That means I am here, I want to go here. That means I don't want to move. That is 0. How much movement is required? 0 movement is required. That means I am already present there. Okay. Now let me also take another question. Let me do D also. This will help you to understand much better. Let me do it here. Question number D. In D, we have 0 and minus 2. So that means I have to reach to 0. Currently, I am at minus 2. That means I have to go up. Go up means press the plus button. How many times? It is minus 2 to minus 1, minus 1 to 0 here. So I am pressing it twice, plus 2. So this is plus 2. 2 time plus button we will press to reach to the 0 floor. Okay. So kids, I hope that you have understood this expressions of target floor, starting floor and movement needed with the help of the integers. Okay. Please do practice these questions at home. And if you have any query, you can always email me. Now I will see you all in the next class. Thank you.